Oi, you. Yeah, you.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to today's video in Hearts of Iron 4. And today, have I got a fun one for you. Because this video is going to be coming out literally, I think it's going to be coming out the day after Christmas, I think, or maybe a couple days before Christmas. It's going to be a somewhat a Christmas special.
It's Christmas!
Now, I couldn't find any good Christmas mods, and I couldn't find any second best Christmas mods, so we're going to be doing the next best thing. Today, we're going to be hopping into the world as on a Soviet Union. We're going to be getting the church in charge. That's right, we need to lead the country with a bearded man in the name of Christmas, and I'm not doing it as the bearded Dane because the last thing I want to do is spend Christmas being eaten by Germany. So we're going to go as the Soviet Union and kick it all off. Righto, so first things first, we need to get ourselves situated for a Russian civil war. Now, I will put this out there. This will be the first time that I've ever really played Russia. I've played, like, Russia once or twice before, but this is the first time I've played them since they got the new focus tree. So whether or not this goes well, I have no idea. I only know the basics. If it goes catastrophically wrong, we're not having Christmas. Christmas is banned. And this is the part that looked tricky. Paranoia. Stalin's famous trait. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this at all. I'm going to be honest. I don't see the point of going down this because it just gets rid of communism, which I think is only important if I do that after he's kind of, you know, out of the picture. But I'm going to push down the tree now, try and get my hand around this. I'm going to try and step carefully around, you know, paranoia and what I need to do. But from what I saw on Reddit as a base tutorial, it seemed easy-ish. Emphasis on the ish. Dude, I tell you, I'm such an idiot. It just goes to show that I do not play Russia. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh no, the civil war, I'm scared it's all going to go wrong because of the paranoia. And then I've just realized paranoia and the Second Russian Civil War are not really related. I just got less paranoia for this going higher. Maybe I shouldn't worry too much. As for our progress, though, we're kind of doing okay. We're kind of spreading. I feel like we'd be ready if I can, like, get enough territory up to the Urals. If I can get all of here up to the Urals, maybe I can take the Union. Emphasis on the maybe. And so it begins. I'll be honest, I'm not prepared. I don't know how this is gonna go. I can only hope for the best. It's about to kick off. Everything's a go. I am so nervous. Okay, so far, so good. I've lined everyone up. It's just a matter of getting everyone in a line and on form. So I've just got this event pop up, and I'm a little bit all over the place on how to feel about it. I could say yes and get an ally and someone to basically chew the hell out of the Soviet Union and act as a great distraction. But at the same time, if I do that, I'd have to invade them again after. You know what? I'm going to do it. Chechen English Republic. Hello. Nice to meet you. You are now friend. Yes.
But you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend.
Oh, this is amazing news. So we've only had small uprisings go against the Soviet Union so far, and now the big one just came. Ukraine with their 30 to 40 divisions that they're now going to rush Moscow. And that's even better because the surrender rate has gone to 57 or less, not 20 or less. So if we can get the Ukrainians to take Moscow and then maybe Stalingrad, and if we keep pushing, we've won. Come on, Ukraine. Please win. And it's finally time for our victory. It seems we did not need to rely on the Ukrainians because after a bunch of Russian surrenders and defects, we came out on top and we managed to take all the Soviet Union. Maybe not Soviet Latvia, but we took the Soviet Union. Take our land, and it's time to get the Christmas Empire underway. And just like that, the Civil War is over and we are finally big, strong Russia. And now we can finally start to push down the tree and focus on getting Christmas Boy in charge. And it's time to change the capital. So the question is, do we keep it in Chita? Do we move it back to Moscow? Do we keep it in Vladivostok, or do we move to St. Petersburg? Now, as much as I'd like to put it in St. Petersburg, I feel like I'm probably going to have to go Moscow, because all the infrastructure that's already built, like all the 5s and 3 railroads and supply lines and is already built around Moscow. If I put it in Vladivostok, nobody is going to get supplied. So I might as well go Moscow. As much as I'd like to put it in St. Petersburg, it doesn't seem like a good decision. So for now, we'll put it in Moscow. You know, looking around the map, I've seen quite a few interesting things. You know, Britain broke up the empire. They're in a faction with Germany. France is at war with them. The Japanese have gone shogunate, and America have gone interventionist. I'm not entirely sure what this entails for our future. All I know is that this has triggered one thing, and that one thing is the Great Christmas, or the Great Russian Christmas one-tag. That's right, we're one-tagging this. South America, be nice to me, please. So, little time skip forward. We're in February 1940 now. Things are not looking as they seem. I wanted to go off camera and just do a bunch of, factory grinding, a bunch of focus grinding when I'm just going down the factory tree, just so we can have a bit of industry. And then I did the subjugation focus over here. There it is. So I can choose to either annex or subjugate. And both Ukraine and Georgia rejected. So, with Vlad III in charge, I declared war on Ukraine and on Georgia, and then they joined the French. So now I'm at war with the French faction, the French alliance. Everything blue, I'm now fighting.
I'm French. I'm French.
This is not convenient. The only good thing that can come out of all of this is if we get invited to the Germans' Axis faction. If I can do that, then that's great. You speak and you shall receive. Germany has sent us an alliance offer. I'm going to take it. We are now part of the Axis. Oh my god, what an alliance that is. Like Russia, Germany, and Britain. That's dangerous. Well, it seems like this war is not going to last long at all. We've got the Ukrainians on the ropes. The Balkans are slowly falling apart. I did bring my troops over here to do a naval invasion, but the Brits already landed one. So I'm literally just going to ship them over the channel, get them sent to France, and then just raid all the way to Paris. We've got Russians landing in Brittany very, very soon. And it'll be the end of the French. And we did it with Russian troops marching through Paris. We managed to push them all the way back. For some reason, we only got 23% war score, even though we were the ones who did all the work. I'm going to have a look here and see if there's anyone else who needs to be captured, or is it just the French? It's literally just the French. Okay, right, I'll wait for the day to tick over. We can have our peace deal. And there is your peace treaty. It is, to say the least, it's We got Ukraine, we got Georgia. I managed to get a little bit of Syria down here and Lebanon. I got Western France, and then that's all I could really get. I got a fair bit. For only getting 23% war score, I got quite a lot. The Germans ate all of this, pretty much all the Balkans. I'm going to disappear off camera right now. I'm going to try and avoid any war or many major decisions. I'm going to go through all of my industry focus, maybe halfway through the war focus, and then when I come back, we're going to do this. I'm going to go Romanov Reconstruction, get all of my king buffs from good old Vladdy III, and then we're going to do this. Church candidate, rightful heir, Third Rome. We get Beardy McBeardson, our very own Santa Claus of the Orthodox faith, and it's going to be going by the name of Patriarch Melitius. Oh, I cannot wait. And welcome back. So it is 1943. There has been a giant, absolutely giant time skip. The world's looking a little bit different. Let me tell you why. First of all, Germany and Britain have got a vendetta against the world, and they just wanted to eat. They were hungry. They devoured Italy. They devoured Turkey. This is going to be problematic later for our one tag, but we'll just leave that be for the moment. And then there's this. The Commonwealth no longer exists. Why? They declared on me. They didn't bring anyone in, and I thought, you know what? No, you're not getting away with this. And now we're on to this. I feel like I'm prepared enough. I've got a fair bit of industry. It's time to join the war. And we're going to go after the Japanese. And welcome back from yet another time skip. It is now... wow, I didn't realize it was that late. We are September 1945. And just like 1945 in reality, the war is coming to an end. We are about to walk into Sendai and end the Japanese. I had to wait ages to make sure I had like air cover and naval cover. I got very lucky for this to turn green. Thankfully, I put it on the naval bombers and the fighters that I've put up. So, thankfully, between that and their navy being distracted, it was enough for us to get into Japan. And it's peace deal time. And there we go. The Treaty of Luxembourg has happened, and the most cursed peace deal has happened. We have the Mexican Soviet Republic, which is still doing their own thing. They're in their own little faction against the US. We managed to walk away with a good chunk of Manchukuo. Or is it Manchukuo that sits here? I think it is. I always get these two nations mixed up. I got all Korea. I've got a bunch of Japan. Not all of it, just a bunch. Chinese Japan is a puppet. That's absolutely grotesque. I also got some of Pakistan and India, and a little bit of Burma. So what I'm going to do here, again, I'm just going to do a giant time skip. If I get dragged into a war, I clean it up, and so on and so forth. But basically, we want a one tag. We're running out of time. I'm going to clean up all of this and all of this as best I can. And basically, I'm going to save the last bit of footage for when it's us versus Britain and Germany. Okay, dokie, another time skip. I really need to get like a segment just for my time skips. We're now all the way in 1954, and I am ready to turn my back on the Germans. I did want to try and overtake the faction and then kick them out one by one, but I am no way near close enough to do that. I need 8 million more. And like, what, another 700 factories? I do just not have the capacity for that. I do not have the facilities for that. It's not happening.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and do this thing that I'm potentially going to regret. Leave the faction and justify war goal. Conquer Königsberg. Let's go. And it seems I don't need to justify because I completely forgot I finished this focus a minute ago. Before I was starting to do Third Rome that will bring us the Russian Santa, we did this, a rightful heir to the empire, which gets us a claim on the Italian Union, Great Britain, and the German Reich, all of which are people we're about to go fight. So we're just going to go ahead, declare, conquer. I'm going to regret this. Just immediately put everyone on an attack order. I gained a bunch of territory, and I'm probably going to lose a lot of it, but hopefully all's well ends well. I forgot to put down air power. Oh, no. Okay, so far, so good. The Mexicans are joining in now. I don't know if I've got air power. I don't even know if they're in yet. Are they in? Have they arrived? No. If they're still deploying and I'm getting nuked every 5 seconds. Bro, I need my air power and I need it now. And it is time. Santa Christmas. Santa Christmas. Oh my God. Father Christmas. Good old Santa Claus is here. Patriarch Melitius. We now have our bearded man in charge. The Third Rome. The coronation of Patriarch Melitius. Fiat voluntas tua sicut in caelo et in terra. As you can tell, my Latin is tip-top. And Melitius is not the only one who changed. So did our name and our color. We are now the Third Rome. This is crazy, and I love it. I'm so here for it. And our flag. I didn't even notice the flag. That's cool. As of now, we've got the Germans on the ropes. That's a good thing. The only downside is I'm losing the air power battle drastically. I thought I had enough. The Germans have a lot of air. Like, they've got a lot of air. And I thought, oh, I've got 15,000. That's more than enough. No, it's not. Righto. Okay, so the Germans folded. The Hungarians were really tough, but once we got past them, we managed to push down into Greece. There's not much left now. Surprisingly, China was harder to deal with than the Germans. The Germans, I managed to get, but I don't know if it's because I got the element of surprise, and most of their troops were over here in Asia, and in America as well. We got lucky. Now I just need to steamroll the rest of them, crush the UK, take Africa, take China, and somehow deal with this, because Mexico is one of the great powers, and that's a pain in the rear. And it's finally time for the peace deal. Bro, this whole thing has taken 4 days total to film. You know, I'm going to blame it on the fact that the game went super, super slow when I got into like 55, 56. I'm going to blame it all on that. Right, okay, let's get to the peace deal and wrap things up a little bit. And there you have it. There is our peace deal. It took a great deal of time, but we managed to do really, really well. I'm very happy with how this came out. I do have to say, though, I was going to go for a one tag, but I feel like that might be a bit excessive considering we've already pretty much done it. But yeah, we managed to spread Christmas across the world under bearded man who's now Santa Claus in my mind. Mr. Patriarch Melitius, who's leading the Orthodox Church in the Third Rome, or New Russia as I'm going to call it. But we've spread the Christmas cheer around the world. Don't think Yunnan and other places might call it cheer, but it's cheer. With that being said, though, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to, of course, click like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And most importantly, if you do celebrate Christmas, have a happy Christmas. If you don't, then enjoy the holiday period. Have some time off. Enjoy yourself. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ta-da!